Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to do basic transitions with blurmocurves. Blurmocurves is a plugin. It does not come with After Effects, so you will have to download it. Alright, so first you want your two clips to be side by side cut, so this is what mine look like right now with no transitions. Alright, and to get started, we'll go to Effects and Presets. I already have blurmocurves typed in, but make sure you are clicked on the clip you want to apply it to and double tap. Or you can also drag it down. And just for reference, because you'll see me doing it a lot, Command Z is how you undo something. Alright, so to get started, make sure you have Reflect turned on. That's just what I use. So this is what it'll look like when it's zoomed out, but you can also use Tile. And if you don't have it, like this is what it looks like without it, so you'll have black lines everywhere. So Wrap X and Wrap Y are basically the blurmocurves equivalent of Motion Tile. So let's go back to Reflect. Alright, so first we'll do a zoom in. So go towards the middle of your clip, make a keyframe for Z distance and keep it at 1, and then go towards the end of your clip and zoom in however much you feel like it should zoom in. Alright, now go to your second clip, add blurmocurves, and you'll hit a keyframe and keep it at 1, and hit U to see your keyframes. Move that towards the middle of your clip or whenever you want the zoom to end. And now, instead of being zoomed in, we're going to be zoomed out. Oop, I forgot to add Reflect. Now go back to your first clip, hit U to see your keyframes, and now we're going to highlight them and easy ease them. So you can right click, go to Keyframe Assistant, and easy ease. Another way to do that is just hit F9, which you'll see me doing a lot in this video. Now you'll go over here to your graph editor, and you can either use value graph or speed graph. I prefer value graph because you can manipulate it more. So we'll just click on one of them, zoom in so it looks bigger, and because the transition is at the end of the clip, we'll be taking our graph to the right. So just follow my graph. Alright, and then we'll go over here, highlight these keyframes, and easy ease them as well. Graph editor, and now since this is at the beginning of the clip, we'll take the graph to the left. And this is what it should look like. If you see this, you don't like it, you can always add a blur in the beginning or some kind of effect that makes you see it less, but for me this looks fine right now. Next we'll be doing a zoom out. So again, add blurmocurves to both of your clips. And again, change the wrap to Reflect. So for here, you'll add a keyframe, keep it at 1, go towards the end of your clip, and this is where you'll zoom out. That's where I think that looks good. But again, you can change this value to any one you prefer. Now, at the second clip, again, change to Reflect, add a keyframe, and this should start zoomed in because you're zooming out. So I think that's good, but again, you can change it to whatever value you prefer. Go towards the middle of your clip or whenever you want it to end, and go back to 1. Now, hit U on your keyboard to see your keyframes, easy ease them. And see, the clip stays still too long for me. So another thing you can do to manipulate this is you can highlight these and you can pull this down and then that makes it zoom in. So you're zooming in before you're zooming out. It adds a little transition effect. And then again, if you don't like these lines, because I don't, you can move this a keyframe over so it looks less like that, which looks fine to me. Or again, you can add a blur or some type of effect at the end if you prefer. Alright, the next transition we'll be doing is a screen pump. So again, add blurmocurves. I'm just going to speed through this part, you guys already know how to do it. Alright, so for a screen pump, it'll be a zoom in and then a zoom out. So for the first clip, you want to go somewhere towards the middle of your clip and make a keyframe and leave it at 1, and then go towards the end of your clip and have it zoom in. 620 works. And then for the next one, add another keyframe, but have this one zoomed in as well. The first one zoomed in. It doesn't have to be the same, just somewhere in the same range. Alright, and then go towards the middle of your clip and have it zoom back out to 1. Now we're going to ease our keyframes, so I'll speed through this part. You guys should know what it looks like. And this is what it should look like. Again, you can play with the graph if you want to see it differently, or you can use speed graph. I use value graph. Alright, the next transition we'll be doing is rotate right. For this, you won't be doing this keyframe, but you will be doing the rotate keyframe. So click a keyframe and keep it at 0 towards the middle of your clip, and towards the end, and rotate it right however much you prefer. So we'll go 55. And then for the next one, add a rotation keyframe, and for the 0 one, just put it towards the middle of your clip, and you'll move this one left, so it'll be in the negatives. Which one did we keep this at? Which number? 54, so we'll make this negative 55. Alright, and easy as your keyframes. So the graph pretty much stays the same for all of this stuff. So again, I'll just speed through this part. And this is what it should look like. If you want, you can add a zoom at the beginning of this and at the end of this, which is what I do for most of my rotations. Just go back to the zoom in transition. For right rotations, I use a zoom in. For left rotations, I do a zoom out. And if you want to mess with this a bit, what you can do is, again, drag this down and it'll move left before it moves right. Next, we will be doing a rotate left. So this is pretty much the same thing, you're just going in the opposite direction. So add a rotation keyframe towards the middle, and towards the end, start going into the negatives instead of positives. So I'll go negative 50. And then over here, I'll add a rotation keyframe, move that towards the middle, and then I'll make this one a positive. So I'll probably do positive 51. I just like it to not be exact. Alright, and then easy ease your keyframes. Again, I'll speed through this. This is what it should look like. And again, just to add like a little spice if you want, you can move this up however much you prefer, and it'll rotate right before going left. Alright, and that's all I have for you today. If you want to see more tutorials, leave them in the comments below, or again, you can DM me on Instagram at loveangst. If you want to send me an example of what you want a tutorial of. I do know more complex stuff than what I edit with. I'm just lazy and don't want to edit with it. But yeah, if you like this video or found it helpful, like, subscribe, and again, leave a comment. Bye!